Hello, welcome. It's Monday at 5. I have been sitting at my desk since 7 o'clock this morning, so I'm like so ready for some yoga. Another thing I wanted to mention really quickly is about my little rant last week about making sure that we're lifting each other up and holding each other up in whatever our fitness goals happen to be. So, as an accountability, today is day one of marathon training. I'm doing a program called the 9 Mile Marathon. So the longest training runs that happen during this are, well, you can do a half marathon as a training run, or 9 mile runs are your longest one. And so yesterday I went to the lake just to kind of do a little shakeout because I hadn't run much since I got back from my last race. And I have to tell you that it was really, really weird that as much as I think I don't let other people's opinions bother me, yesterday when I was going around the lake, I felt like everyone was thinking in their head how slow I was. Like, why is she running? She's so slow. Not realizing that that I'm training for a marathon or a half marathon or whatever. I think I'm doing a marathon or two this year. But that speed is individual and only relevant to each person. And we're all starting at wherever our starting point is. So to comment on anybody else's weight they can lift or how fast they can run or if they can touch their toes or not touch their toes or hold a plank or whatever it happens to be is obnoxious. It's just obnoxious because it's none of their business. But anyway, so let's do a little yoga. Today we are going to add in some planks. It's one of the things on my list of things to do today for my training. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start seated today. I'm going to bring in a couple of blocks and just sit them next to each other. I'll have a seat on those blocks. Let's sit up nice and tall so let our hands settle to our knees. If you're sitting in a chair, that's great. If you have your legs out in front of you, that is great as well. Let's just find a nice comfortable seat. Relax our shoulders back. Exhale, drop that nose forward. On an inhale, at your right ear, come to your right shoulder. Let's go back to the front and inhale to the left. So I want you to close your eyes here and just move with your own breath. So if you need to drop your head back, feel free to drop your head back. If you'd like to hold on one side rather than moving with the breath, feel free to do that as well. If you've been sitting at a desk all day, you may need to drop those shoulders back a couple of times just as a reminder that you don't need to be hunched over that desk right now. All right. So the next time that nose finds its way forward, so it's pointing down at the ground, stay there for just a moment. And then let's inhale, let our gaze come straight ahead. Drop your left fingertips to the ground. Inhale that right arm to the sky. Lift up through those right fingertips. Float them over. And just allow that right side body to expand. Now you might start to notice yourself floating forward. I want you to be consciously aware of lifting and opening through the side body and dropping that arm over to the side. Let's inhale, come back through center. So reach the right arm first to the sky and then drop those right fingertips to the ground. And as you inhale, let the left arm rise and allow that arm to float over again, opening back. So you're opening through the heart, lifting up through the left side body. Breathe. Let's inhale, reach that left hand back to the sky, drop it down to the ground. Let the hands come back to the knees, coming into a gentle twist on each side. So let your right hand, or left hand, let's go left hand first, wander over to the right knee. Let's take a peek back. And then inhale, come back to center. Take that twist to the other side. And just starting to gently warm our bodies up a bit. Yeah, let's come back to center. So let those hands come to your knees. Inhale, lift. Lift your gaze to the sky, a little seated cat-cow. Exhale, release, let that spine curve. Let's do that a couple more times, just starting to massage out and release that spine. One more time. And sit up nice and tall. All right, so let's come around and find all fours. We're going to drop back into an extended child's pose. Let's bring our blocks out of the way if you've got those there. Plant down on your knees. If you need to bring the blocks in front of you or your blanket, feel free to do that. I'm bringing my big toes together, pressing back into my heels. Walk the hands forward and just drop into that extended child's pose. Now on our next inhale, come up, find all fours. We're going to do my first plank. So I said that we were going to do plank a few times today. We'll do one here early. And then we'll do a couple more a little later on in our practice today. So I'm going to come down to my forearms, walk my feet back, press up, find my forearm plank. Now you might have your knees down on the ground. That's fine as well. I'm going to try for a minute here. So let's see what we got. So we're about 10 seconds in. Nice deep breath. Hugging in through the belly button, pressing back into the heels. Nice length through the body. About 30 seconds in. Forty seconds. You got 20 seconds to go. Nice deep breath. Five, four, three, two, one. Drop to your knees. Press those palms down. Let's find a downward facing dog. Just settle back into those heels. Soften one knee and the other. And then soften them both. Hop, step, or jump to the front of your mat into a nice forward fold. Let's bring a hand to each elbow. Soften the knees and just allow your body to move from side to side. Let's settle to center, drop those fingertips to the ground, and on an inhale, reverse your swan dive. Lift up through those fingertips. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, tall, and swan dive forward. Let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the feet back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Let's drop our knees. Slide back, extended child's pose. I'm going to do another minute of plank here coming up. So let's hang out. Just take a couple nice deep breaths. Inhale, come forward. I'm going to let my forearms come down. Press back through my heels. Nice and long. Keep that belly button hugged in. Remember, you're always welcome to drop your knees down like this if you'd like. 10 seconds in. Just nice deep breath. Sometimes talking through it helps to make it less painful. Sometimes it doesn't. Hug the belly button in. We're more than half done with this minute. 20 more seconds. 15 more. See, it seems to be going faster. Is it going faster for you guys or just for me? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Let's press back, downward dog. Soften those knees. Soften both knees. Step forward. Exhale, forward fold. And reverse your swan dive. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, tall. Exhale, forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step those feet back. Downward dog. This time we're going to inhale forward and drop ourselves down to the mat. So let's inhale forward, hug those elbows in, release your chin and chest. Let's press up through, find our cobra wherever that happens to be today. Hello, welcome everyone that's hanging out with me today. Let's turn those toes, press back, down dog. And then soften your right knee. So this time we're going to inhale our right leg toward the sky. So press up through those toes. You can soften that knee. It's almost like you're dropping your right heel back towards your left hip. Inhale that heel to the sky. Exhale. Bring that right leg through. Let's inhale and find warrior one. We'll do the old pants adjustment while we're at it. Inhale those arms to the sky. Exhale the hands to the heart. Let's open the warrior two. So you might need to adjust a little bit. Exhale, drop back. Inhale through center. Exhale, let your right elbow come to your right knee. Left arm float over. Now that left arm might be at your hip. You might just be sitting and watching me. Inhale back through center. Exhale, back to your warrior one. Take a couple of breaths here again. Let's drop those hands, one to either side of that right foot. Step the right foot back. Hang out in your downward dog if you'd like, or inhale forward, meet a plank, hug and release. Let's press through our cobra. So we're going to do that warrior business on the other leg. So you'll see the back side of how that looks. Let's turn those toes, press back to downward dog. Soften your left knee. So inhale, let the left foot rise. Drop that left heel back toward the right hip. Inhale, left foot rise to sky. Let's bring that foot through. Bring those hands to the sky. Warrior one. Nice deep breath. Exhale your hands to your heart. Let's open. Warrior two. Exhale back. Inhale through center. Exhale left elbow to left knee. Let's inhale, come back through center. Exhale, back to your warrior one. Bring the hands on either side of that left foot, step the left foot back. Drop into that downward dog, soften one knee and the other. Now let's inhale, drop those knees to the ground. Settle back, extended child's pose. Now this next time, we're going to come through to what we call a side plank. So I'm going to show you a couple of modifications of side plank coming up to all fours. So one modification of a side plank is to bring your right elbow to the mat, stretch your left leg out behind you and lift. You can also come up to the hand and lift. You can stay down on your forearm, bring both legs off the mat. That's where I'm going to stay for right now. Try for a minute. I don't think I'm going to make it, but we can give it a go. Let's maybe go 30 seconds instead, shall we? And we'll go 30 seconds on the other side too. Breathe. All right, that's enough. That was 20 seconds. Let's drop back. That's harder than the full plank if you haven't done one of those before. So I'm going to come forward. This other side I'm going to do on my hand instead of on my forearm because I think that's easier. Lift. Breathe. Fifteen more seconds. Three, two, one. Now I'm going to drop my hand, press right back to downward dog. Soften your knees. Step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale or reverse that swan dive with those fingers. Let's settle back. Inhale tall. Swan dive forward. So the hand come to each elbow. Walk your feet out, hips width or a little further, and just allow your body to move from side to side, opening up through the hamstrings and the hips. Settle to center, drop your right fingertips down. Now you might be up here. You might have a block that you're using. Inhale the left hand to the sky. Nice little twist. And exhale, and let's switch sides. And exhale. Open the feet out a little wider. We're going to come down and find our garland pose. Love the garland pose. So coming down into that garland, you can walk your feet closer or further apart. Let your hands come to your heart. Let the elbows open the knees. Let's just hang out here for just a moment, releasing into those hips. Exhale, drop the fingertips. Inhale, buns to the sky. Walk those feet together. And on your next inhale, reverse your swan dive. Let the arms rise. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, tall. Bring the hands to the heart. And breathe. Let's drop our fingertips to our sides. I am going to face you for a little balance tonight. So let's press down into the soles of both feet. Press first into the big toes, the baby toes. The back of the heels, inside of the heels. Release your shoulders back. Let your belly button come in. And then soften your right knee. So let that right knee open out. Find your tree. So letting that right foot start to rise. Hands can come to the hips. Hands can come to the sides. You might want to lift those hands to the sky. Let's exhale, release. Release that right foot, let the weight shift. And then find your way to the other side. So plant down now firmly through the right. Kickstand the left and then let that left knee open out. Find your happy place with those hands again. And let the left foot rise. And breathe. Let's exhale and release. Let your weight shift from side to side. So I'm going to come sideways. I'm going to do a little runner stretch today. So I'm going to bring my right foot forward, my left foot back. My hands come to my hips. Imagine that you're inhaling up through the crown of your head, lifting. So that will kind of entail tucking that belly button in just a bit. Imagine hinging forward like a door hinge from your hips. So let a hand come to either side of that forward foot. Again, you may be up on blocks. You may have a bend in this knee. You might have a chair out in front of you. Nice deep breath. So if you still got some space, you are welcome to twist this thing. Letting the left hand fall to the ground or right hand rise. This is a really nice hip stretch. That right hand, the top hand, can come around towards your left hip. Inhale, let's rise. Now let your hands come to your sides. We're going to turn so that our toes are forward. I'm going to shimmy through my hips just a little bit before I switch to the other side, turning now my left toes out, my right toes in. Inhale, lift up through the crown of your head, hinge forward. Again, you can have blocks, you can have a chair, whatever feels right for you. You may have been able to twist on one side and not the other, and that's perfectly all right as well. If you'd like, that left hand can lift. That left hand can wrap. Let's inhale, that left hand to the sky, drop it to the ground, walk those hands around. Now we're going to turn all of our toes forward kind of, and then almost like we're pigeon toeing them, so bringing them in. Exhale into your forward fold. You can soften your knees. And on your next inhale, soften your knees, rise. Exhale, settle back just a bit. Inhale, tall. Let's drop those hands and walk our feet together. On your next inhale, rise. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, tall. Exhale, forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, step back, down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Let's hug those elbows, release our chin and chest. Press through cobra. So we are going to do a couple of more these crazy planks. Hang out here for just a moment, about 6 more seconds or so. And then we're going to do one more forearm plank for a minute. Letting those forearms come down. Pressing back into the heels. Your knees might be down on the ground. 10 seconds in already. We're going to go right to each side from here and really give our core a final little workout here. So we're almost half done with this forearm plank. We'll do 30 seconds on each side once we're done with this. Twenty more seconds. This last minute seems way longer than when I did it a while ago. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come up the side. I have my left foot in front, left hand to the sky. 20 more seconds. If I make it that long, I might not. Ten, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. I'm going to go to the other side. Now the right foot's in the front. Nice deep breath. This side's feeling a little easier. I'm not sure if that's just an illusion or not. 15 seconds left. 5 more seconds. All right, release that hand, drop to my knees, slide back. Extend to child's pose. Inhale, come forward, just to that all fours. Exhale, let the spine rise. Inhale, let the belly fall. One more time. Release your way all the way down to the mat. Let's press up into one more cobra. You can look over the right shoulder and then over the left. And press back. Bring that right knee forward. Let's stretch those legs out in front of us. Sit up nice and tall. Reach for your toes. Exhale into your forward fold. Breathe. On an inhale, come back to center. Let's pull the soles of our feet together. Sit up nice and tall again. You might want to be sitting on some blocks or a chair. I'm going to take a hold of those feet. Just open out through the knees. Release through the hips and the inner thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Let's come to a simple seated pose. If you have time and you would like to come down onto your back for Shavasana, please feel free to do that. If you need to join back into your family, making dinner, the real world, when we're done here in 3 minutes, then go ahead and stay seated. So wherever you are, relax your shoulders, let your eyes close, and just allow your breath to start to deepen in and out through your nose. Allow yourself to release any negative energy, any tightness in your body that's built up over the day. Just imagine it leaving with your out breath. Just breathing into this space. Taking some time here to just notice where you might be holding on to tension, to just notice where you might be feeling any discomfort at all. Maybe you worked a little too hard today. Notice areas of your body that might have been asking for a bit more attention. You may be backed off on a bit. And remember that your practice is your practice. Your weightlifting is your weightlifting. Your run is your run. Wherever it happens to be today, wherever it happens to be next week, is yours. If you're finding your way back up to seated, now will be the time. Relaxing your shoulders and breathing in and out through the nose, feeling all that nice, positive, warm energy that you've built. Let our eyes open. On an inhale, take a nice big deep breath. And then just let it go. You're welcome to be noisy if you would like. Again. Let's let our hands come to our heart. Again, taking this opportunity to say thank you to yourself for creating this space in your day, for finding movement, finding calm and peace. May you be healthy, happy. May you live in peace. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday evening. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me today. I should be back next Monday, barring any weird things happening. Remember that all of the videos are out in the photos for you to watch whenever you would like. And let me know if there's something in particular that you are looking for it, Terry, I'm glad you finally got in here and did some yoga. All of the old ones are out there as well. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, guys. Thanks. Bye.